So welcome back to DC Silver Age Storytime, and today's story comes from Adventure Comics number 364, published in January 1968 with story by Jim Shooter and art by Pete Costanza. And this is the Revolt of the Super Pets. We may as well leave, Legionnaires. Here we're only has-beens. And so, people of Thonal, I hereby dedicate the new headquarters to our brave defenders, the animal heroes. Hooray! Who is ousting the mighty Legion as universal defenders of law and order? Would you believe the Super Pets? You'd better believe it, because you are about to witness the revolt of the Super Pets. One day in the 30th century, 5 super animals frolic through the void. Whee! Super tag in space. It's not every dog who can play this game. I wonder what ordinary cats do for fun. So they're all out there playing when they spot some weird machines. Great Pegasus, they're crime machines under remote control. I wonder how they know that. We can't let them reach Earth. Let's get them. Charge. One down, Crypto scores again. So they continue to battle these robotic villains. Prody, Streaky, they're turning tail, heading your way. They won't get far. I'll use my shape-changing power. I've turned myself into a giant wall. Streaky, I'll force them back towards you. I don't think his powers work like that. My heat vision is cutting them down as fast as you can send them. We wiped them out. Good work, gang. But I have a feeling whoever sent them isn't going to let one defeat stop him. Right. We'd better warn the Legion. So they go back, tell the Legion. Crime machines, tell me about them. They were armed with powerful weapons headed towards Earth, but we stopped them. They tried to escape, but we got every last one of them. What? You fools. Jeez. You should have let a couple of get away and trailed them back to their base so we could capture the crooks behind them. Well, didn't think about it, so... Brainiac says, now we'll have to search for them. And if they strike again, they'll be prepared for us. I'll get the portable tracer. Maybe we can pick up their space trail. Super Horse offers to come with them, but Invisible Kid says, no, you Super Pets stay here with Saturn Girl and guard the clubhouse. We'll handle this. So the Super Pets are a bit nonplussed about this. They don't think we're good enough for important missions guarding the clubhouse. Ha! We were the ones who warned them of the crisis, and now we get treated like mere pets. Yet in the past, I have been a human and a centaur. Actually, I was born Byron, a centaur. So we get the backstory of the various they call them super pets, but they're not pets. How Byron, the centaur, ended up getting changed accidentally into a full horse, a complete horse, and when a comet is in the sky, he temporarily changes back to a human. Maybe I was never human, but I was important. I wasn't just a pet, and neither was Beppo. We were the ones who made it possible for Superboy to escape from the planet Krypton before it exploded. I was the first test pilot for that kind of ship that later rocketed Super Baby to Earth. So we get his backstory. And then Beppo, I was the experimental monkey Superboy's father Jor-El used to determine whether his son could survive space conditions. Well, maybe Streaky and I weren't that important, but still we're pretty special. After all, I'm one of the legendary Proteans of Antares. So we get his backstory, which I've gone through. He was a race of Proteans. They were not originally Proteans, but some humans, or at least humanoids, who went there, saw that there were some catastrophic storms coming, and they changed the Proteans, or whatever the life forms, into Proteans so they could survive any kind of catastrophe. So I'm not legendary, but there's a whole planet full of Proteans, and there's only one super cat. I was an ordinary cat till I was exposed to X-Kryptonite, a new kind created by Supergirl while trying to find a way to nullify the deadly rays of green kryptonite. The experiment failed, but the XK gives me temporary superpowers when I get near it. So what? Big deal. For all our claims to fame, we're still treated just as pets. Yeah, I've complained about that in the past, since they all seem to have human level of intelligence. And I've had enough. I've had it. I'm through with these egotistical humans. I'm leaving. Me too. I guess I can be excused for using my telepathic powers to eavesdrop. After all, I gave some of my ability to the super pets when they're in action, all but Comet and Prody, who already have such powers. Comet, Beppo, wait, where are you going? Cutting out of this glorified animal shelter to some place where we can hold up our heads, if it's any of your business. Please, wait, can't we talk it over? What can a human have to say to us that's important? The others are following Comet and Beppo, but I can mentally detect reluctance on Streaky's part. He hates to desert Supergirl. Crypto and Prody don't want to leave Superboy and Chameleon Boy either. I'll give them all an extra telepathic charge so the power won't wear off too soon. Maybe they'll talk themselves out of going. What are you looking so glum about, Crypto? We're free now. Me? I was not looking glum. I was just thinking. He misses Superboy already. I wonder how Supergirl's doing. Maybe we should call off the walkout. Hello, I'm Ricker Roast. I detected your thought conversation with Saturn Girl. I don't blame you for being angry. Why, on my world, Thom, you would be honored. Our people have admired you for years. We even have statues of you in all our parks. You don't play second fiddle to humans on Thom. Really, Thonel? Yes, long have we watched the Legionnaires treat you with disdain. We even built you a headquarters, hoping someday you'd come to Thonel and stay. We might just take you up on that, Mr. Rost. We'll need a place to stay. Splendid. Our hopes have been fulfilled. There will be great joy on Thonel today. So he touches a button, and then they just teleport to the planet. Meanwhile, back at the clubhouse, Superboy, Brainiac 5, Invisible Kid, am I glad to see you. I have a piece of info that's pure misery. So have we, Saturn Girl, in spades. We found a fleet of those looting machines orbiting Star City in deep space, and we lit into them. They seemed prepared for us. They had powerful weapons to counter our attacks, but not powerful enough. We clobbered them. They can't touch me in my phantom form. Okay. Neither can you touch them. We let a few escape so we could tail them, but we hardly started when poof, they vanished into empty space. We chewed out the super pets for not following the machines, and now we find it can't be done. We owe them an apology. Say, where are they? That's what I was trying to tell you boys. They blew their stacks and pulled a walkout on us. It's not April Fool's. Cut the gag. Why would she joke about that? I'm telling it straight. Though I couldn't stop them, I kept a telepathic eye on them. After they had gone, they were headed for the planet Thonel. Well, Thonel's about to get a new batch of tourists soon. Suppose the pets won't come back with us. They will. It'll be easy to smooth things over. We're humans. We're smarter than they are. We'll see. That's what got you in this situation in the first place. We'll see about that when we go to Thonel, meaning just as soon as you turn to part 2.